Hey everybody, and welcome back to our curated playthrough of Mass Effect. In the previous episode, we spent quite a bit of time on the Citadel completing assignments and picking up a few more. One of the assignments that we have picked up is from a man we met in the Citadel Council chambers. He has a missing brother that has been exploring the Horsehead Nebula in the Specters system. All of our investigations have led us here to the planet of Zawin. Now it does seem that there are quite a few points of interest here. Let's see. Okay, there's a mercenary camp here, so that's likely where we need to head. Okay, let's start with the center anomaly, and then we'll sort of do a clockwise movement and just do a sweep of the entire area. I don't think we have visited a snowy planet before, so you know, this is a bit of a different environment once again. What do we have here? Ancient debris. An insignia. So this fragment appears to be from an old model freighter. Part of it is marked with the Chati Outpost insignia. Alright, always nice to get a few, you know, collectible things done. Alright, let's go to the debris that's nearby, see what we can find there. I see something like a crashed probe over there, but there's another point of interest here. Oh! Okay, so another pressure more. Good thing we know how to deal with these things now. Just need to keep moving. Whoa, 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 that is a bit close. Alright, managed to get in quite a bit of damage there. Alright, now we just need to deal with these tentacles while keeping on the move, and we should be okay. Ow! Okay, yeah, that's something that I forgot, but these tentacles can actually do quite a bit of damage to the Mako if you get too close. And they actually bypass your shields as well, so it can be a bit dangerous. And then there's obviously the pressure itself chasing you from behind, so you really just need to sort of keep an eye out on your surroundings. Did we get it? Oh no, okay. Another group of tentacles. One more. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that is definitely not a good time to tip over the Mako, that's for sure. Very good. Alright, well, let's check this thing out. Yeah, crashed probe. Oh, what? Okay. Need some electronics. Let's get that in. So we've got 3 more points. Let's get Master Overload. And I think, hopefully, that should do it. Yes. Alright, very good. Basically, just some extra loot, which is always nice. I do need to remember to go back to the Normandy and look at everyone's equipment, make sure everyone has the latest and greatest that we've picked up. I reckon we'll go this way because the surface looks a little bit less challenging to traverse through. Now this surface actually does feel a little bit slippery. I'm guessing some areas are sort of a little bit normal, but then with the environment being the way it is, you know, there's some ice here and there, which affects the handling. A lot of targets on radar now. Let's see, I see a structure over there. Oh, okay. They are already attacking. Might want to try and deal with these turrets first. That's one. Okay, good thing our shields can tank most of the damage here, especially with the lighter fire. But those missiles can do quite a bit of damage. So we want to try and avoid those as much as possible. Very good. Alright. I think that's everyone on the outside at least. So let's make our way inside. Here's the entrance. Okay, so let's deal with these pirates. Just making sure everyone's got the right weapons. Let's see. Okay, definitely a few targets on radar already. Here we go. Nice use of the environment there. Okay, I don't like the looks of those Krogan, so generally speaking, these Krogan tend to try and push up on you. Purely because they regenerate their health quite a bit during combat, so... Alright, he is very close. Let's just pull back for a second here. Put barrier on. Let's maybe get stasis on. Okay, wasn't too bad. Alright, I wanted to use stasis, but for some reason I couldn't, so that's okay. We survived. Let's see, can I try and get these guys inside?
I'm on my way.
And maybe we can try and snipe this guy upstairs.
Destroy you.
Okay, that failed. Ooh, good shot. Alright. I'm not seeing anyone else down here. I'm just not entirely sure where these enemies are, whether or not they're above us or... I think they might be above us. Let's push up.
You must
Ooh,
die!
right here. Ooh, okay, that is bad.
Patching you up.
Let's try and get our shields back here. Okay, good. One last one. Ooh, shotgun to the face. Okay, so that was the last one. Alright, well, I guess it's time to check this place out. See if we can find any loot and, yeah, see if we can find any signs of Gareth's brother. Oh, okay. Captain Willem. Anomaly identified. You've discovered the corpse of Captain Willem of the MSV Majesty. His stiff fingers are wrapped tightly around a small datapad. Damn. Okay, so he is the captain, right? So... yeah, okay. So... looks like we've got some more bad news for people in the Citadel. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Alright. Let's work our way downstairs. Grab that. Some extra Medigel, always nice. Yeah, the one thing that I feel could have been improved in the Legendary Edition, you know, is maybe introducing a few more varied environments, because these buildings are sort of very similar layout all the time. Gets a little bit boring after a while. Okay, nothing else. Anything over here? Ah yes, storage locker. Okay. Well, I think that concludes the Privateer's mission, although actually we do have to hand it in, don't we? So we will make our way to the Citadel, but not immediately, I don't think. I think there's plenty of stuff we can do before we go back. Alright, so next, let's make our way to this Anomaly. I see a mineral patch there, or mineral marker, or whatever you want to call it. Let's check it out. Oh, this is like some huge crater. I wonder if this is essentially some sort of meteorite. A palladium deposit. Okay, very good. 2,700 for that. That's pretty darn good. And yeah, I think the marker's still there, so let's just keep going. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I know I'm taking things a little bit slower, but you know, just wanting to make sure that we've got the best sort of experience. What is that? I can see something blue there. This beacon was a Geth trap. Oh lord. Oh my god, okay, there's 4 of them. You can see the Geth are getting smarter and smarter, it seems. can't remember, but I think we had a similar type of ambush happen to us before on another world, right? That was probably a few episodes ago now. Oh crap. Okay, can't run that over. Okay, didn't even penetrate our hull there, which is good. Alright, moving on to the next one. Although those Geth armatures are actually pretty deadly if you're not in the Mako, as we've seen in some of the previous episodes. Another mineral patch here. Cobalt. Very good. Yeah, a bit of money and a bit of XP. Always a good thing. Right. I can see something over there in the distance. I don't know if you guys can make it out, but it's like some sort of structure. Oh, actually it looks like a camp of some sort. Solar panels around it. No one here though. A generator. Discovery. There appears to be no one left at this camp. The generator is still functioning, but there are no signs of the former occupants. The camp's computer notes several locations of interest. Okay. So let's just quickly jump into the Mako so we don't freeze to death. Now, locations of interest, but I don't see any more. There's just this last anomaly. Nothing in the journal about a new mission or anything like that, so very strange. Let's make our way to the last anomaly. And yeah, we should be able to wrap things up on this planet. Now I'm thinking our next destination might actually be Noveria, and we should try and get into one of the main objectives and see what's going on there. I see another mineral patch here as well. Okay. Kind of destroyed vehicle and a corpse. Discovery. It appears this person was trying to mark the nearby mineral deposit when he died, or was killed. Okay. A bit ominous. Wonder if anything will happen if we survey this deposit. Iridium. Okay. Nothing new seemed to happen though, so I don't know what's going on. And no new quests either, so very weird. But anyway, yeah, I don't see any additional things to do on Zawin, so let's go back to the Normandy. Okay, here we are, back on board the Normandy. We did quite a few geological surveys on Zawin, didn't we? So I reckon now might be a pretty good time to actually have a bit of a read of this codex here, Geological Surveys. As the human race expands its territory and raises the general standard of living, demand for industrial resources continue to grow. Many planets, moons, and asteroids contain a wealth of resources, but many systems have barely been charted, let alone thoroughly surveyed. Unmanned probes are one solution, but they are often lost to space hazards, unforeseen circumstances, or theft by salvagers. In the recent years, AGES, the Alliance Geological Service, has offered bounties to private individuals or teams willing to perform mineralogical surveys on the frontier. This survey data is made publicly available to further corporate development. Due to the cost of travel and the dangers of operating on hostile worlds, it is rarely a profitable endeavor. Light metals. Metals with low atomic weight are often used in the construction of spacecraft and vehicle. Heavy metals. Metals with higher atomic weights are used to construct equipment components. The platinum group elements are particularly useful. Rare earths. Most useful materials in this category are radioactives or magnets. Gases. Various gases are required to support all known forms of sapient life. Some are commonly used as fuel. There you go, bit of a reason for why we're doing all those geological surveys. Now, we are going to go to Noveria next, since we are already in the Horsehead Nebula. But before we make our way there, just want to quickly go down to the vehicle bay, have a look at the lockers, and just make sure that we are fully equipped for the mission ahead. We have picked up quite a few new items, so there must be some better equipment that we can use by now. Alright, now before we look at anyone else, let's check our own equipment. Make sure we've got the best that we can bring with us. Thunder 4 looks pretty good. Let's grab that. Okay, and let's just make sure we've got the best incendiary rounds. And can we upgrade our sensors? Yes, we can. So level 4 detection, very good. And we have been using the pistol and the shotgun every now and then, so I think it's time for an upgrade. Okay, Tornado 4 sounds good. Maybe the Ryko. Yep. Let's swap out our sniper. Probably gonna keep Striker 5 for Garrus. You could probably take this one, Equalizer. Shredder rounds. Just check on the grenade upgrades here. Okay, so it doesn't look like we've got any new upgrades, so we'll leave that for now. And armor wise, you know what, I'm pretty happy with the armor that we have at the moment, so I think we'll leave it at that. Cool. Now in the next sortie, I'm actually going to be taking Liara on her first mission, so definitely need to make sure she's got the best equipment. Now she's going to be using pistols most of the time, so let's give her one of the stiletto. And she can probably take one of the ammo upgrades here. I'm not entirely sure what would be best. Maybe the cryo rounds, actually. I don't think there's really a point in giving her these combat sensors. So we'll leave that for now. Omni tools. No. Ah, yes, amps. So she could probably take this Prodigy 4 amp, actually, because she is, first and foremost, a biotic, so... Now, Asari can actually wear human armors, which is great. But, being a biotic, she can only wear light armor. Let's see. Yeah, Ursa 4 seems good. And maybe we'll give her a bit more shields, perhaps? Okay, happy with that. Now let's check on Tali's equipment. Definitely want to give her one of the better shotguns. Katana 4. Let's see. Probably give you a different ammo upgrade. You can have one of the stilettos. Maybe the palladium rounds. Probably keep the high caliber barrel, to be honest. Yeah, we still haven't picked up Aquarian armor, which is very disappointing. Maybe we'll think about buying an armor set for her at some point. Haven't spoken to Garrus for a while, so let's chat with him.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the cycles. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
So, each Krogan has 4 testicles?
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threaten? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
Well, it's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that, but Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Wow. That is effed up, that's for sure. Find Dr. Salion. Okay. That actually sounds like a very exciting mission, actually, so we'll definitely do that. Hang on. We picked up a codex entry, didn't we? Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Turians. Biology. The Turian homeworld Palaven has a metal-poor core, generating a weak magnetic field and allowing more solar radiation into the atmosphere. To deal with this, most forms of life on Palaven evolved some form of metallic exoskeleton to protect themselves. Their reflective plate-like skin makes Turians less susceptible to long-term, low-level radiation exposure, but they do not possess any sort of natural armor. A Turian's thick skin does not stop projectiles and directed energy bolts. Although life on Palaven is carbon-based and oxygen-breathing, it is built on dextro amino acids. This places the Turians in a distinct minority on the galactic stage. The Quarians are the only other known sapient dextroprotein race. The food of humans, Asari or Solarians, who evolved in levo-amino acid-based biospheres, will at best pass through Turian systems without providing any nutrition. At worst, it will trigger an allergic reaction that can be fatal if not immediately treated. So, basically, they can't really eat the same stuff as we do. But as you would expect from a life form that's developed in completely different conditions. Alright, so I think it's time to make our way to the galaxy map and set a course to Noveria so that we can finally progress the main story missions. Let's just quickly check the journal. Here we go, Noveria, Geth interest. Head to Noveria to investigate reports of Geth on the world. So we just have to go to the Pax System. Alright, here we are. Now Noveria is already marked for us, so I think we should just scan all the planets before we head on there. Velis. Velis has a thin atmosphere of xenon and krypton. Most other material have frozen and fallen as snow. Its surface is composed of potassium with deposits of magnesium. While investigating the primitive anaerobic life of Velis, binary helix survey teams discovered a cunningly hidden anchorage of the ancient Krogan warlord Moro. Many records and artifacts of the Krogan rebellions were recovered and sold at auction. The empty base is now abandoned. Matriarch's writings. Scans of the planet Velis revealed a small abandoned vessel. Your salvage team brought the ship on board and dismantled it, whereupon they discovered one of Matriarch Dilinaga's writings. Next, we have Morana. Morana is an icy planetoid smaller than Earth's moon. Many planetary geologists suspect it was once an Oort cloud ice dwarf which migrated inwards after an encounter with some other body. While the crust is frozen water ice, deeper layers are most likely silicates, with pockets of magnesium and aluminium. Morana is tidally locked to Pax, the same side always faces the sun. Svarog. Svarog is a small but typical hydrogen and helium gas giant whose orbit lies quite close to the star. It is unusual for a star with a close orbiting gas giant to have a habitable world. Svarog is Pax's only gas giant, but its temperature, powerful winds and high orbital velocity make it a poor candidate for helium-3 mining. While Noveria enjoys plentiful deuterium for its fusion plants, it imports all of its helium-3 from out system. And I think that's it. So the last planet is Noveria. Noveria is a small frozen terrestrial world barely habitable by conventional definitions. It is privately chartered by the Noveria Development Corporation, who lease out labs to perform research too dangerous or controversial to be performed elsewhere. Given Noveria's unique situation, it is the source of many wild conspiracy theories. Alright, well, let's land.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector and a berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Specter aboard.
Commanding access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
Alright, here we are on Noveria. So, let's get the party started and see what we can find. hopefully we can find some clues as to how to find Saren. As mentioned before, we'll take Liara, and we'll also take Tali, so we can open all of those crates and lockers and whatnot.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Okay. So here we are in, I guess this appears to be a spaceport of some kind.
The appeal of winter wears thin very quickly.
Yeah, I sort of agree with you. Let's quickly have a look at skills, because this is the first time we've taken Liara. We've got 8 skill points ourselves, so might want to maybe hold off on the heavy armor for now, because I'll probably spend it when I actually buy some heavy armor. Okay, couple in the soldier perk there, and maybe we'll go into pistols actually. Maybe unlock shotguns, and yeah, we'll save the rest. Liara. Now, she's going to be our main biotic, so I want to make sure that she's got all of the biotic abilities. And yeah, want to just make sure that we unlock all of those abilities as well. Let's go unlock Singularity. Let's put 1 point in there, make sure we actually have the skill. We can unlock Stasis. Alright, very good. And so I suppose we should just spend the points to, you know, improve all of these skills. Get them to a decent point. Chuck some in Stasis as well. Advanced Singularity. Maybe that Advanced Lift. And maybe we'll put in some points into the Scientist perk. That'll reduce her cooldown. Advanced Barrier. Yeah, and Advanced Stasis as well. Now, let's see, Tali. Probably save those 2 points, just in case we need to upgrade encryption or electronics. Looks like there's a greeting party here.
That's far enough.
We're not here to cause problems.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
You first.
We're the law here. Show some respect.
I'm Captain Maiko Matsuo, Ilanis Risk Control Services.
I'm a Specter. My name is Shepard.
Load of horse crap, man.
We will need to confirm that. Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Noveria. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
It would not be wise to search for the Geth unarmed.
Stand down. Their house, their rules.
I'll be behind you. That armor's in good condition?
Captain Matsuo, stand down! We confirmed their identity. Specters are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Specter. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
Well, very friendly bunch, aren't they?
Get out of here.
Rude.
I'm sure Parasini-san will answer any questions you have.
Parasini. Okay. Well, let's go look for this Parasini person. Bit of a fancy looking lobby.
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Analias. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. You understand our security chief was only doing her job. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The executive board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
I can't have my investigation hampered.
Tread lightly. The board can bury you in litigation. You'd need an Asari lawyer to see the case through.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? An Asari matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia. She is here?
Can I speak with her?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Could you tell me how to get there?
You'll need to ask Administrator Analias for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the Administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the Administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
No, I don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're part of my crew.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
Okay, well, seems like we've got a lead. Lady Benezia is here on the planet. Let's see. Port Hanshan. Okay, so we need clearance to leave. Okay, so we gotta see if we can have a chat with this administrator and find a way to get to that Peak 15.
Welcome to Port Hanshan, the galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and development. For your own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
Look at this place. See if we can have a chat with some people.
The managers warned us about you.
Did they now? I think we're supposed to go left after the elevators.
I'm on duty, Specter. I shouldn't be talking to you.
No one seems particularly friendly here. The room over here with some guards. Maybe this is the place. Didn't we just speak to this person?
How can I help you?
I'd like to speak to Anelias.
One moment, please. Mr. Anelias?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
This guy sounds pleasant.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain refugees from that urban blight called Earth.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor.
Excuse me, his what?
Executor. Saren is a major shareholder in Binary Helix. Lady Benezia is authorized to act in his name. She is here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
What did you mean by personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? Odd that you shouldn't mind their presence.
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Let him be stubborn, Shepard. I'm sure someone else here is willing to help us.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
Do you do business with Saren?
I believe I explained this already, did I not? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Noveria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
What an ass. Alright. Well, I guess we're gonna have to find some other way to try and get to this Peak 15.
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
So it would seem. I need an alternative.
Talk to Lorik Keen. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Analias.
Tell me about the companies that work on Noveria.
Over 250 high-tech firms rent our labs. Major shareholders include Elanis Risk Control Services, Binary Helix, and Synthetic Insights Limited.
Binary Helix? They work in genetics?
BH is a leader in genetics and biotechnology. They try to keep a low profile in the media.
Much of their research is in biotic modifications. That angers many Luddite, organic baseline, and fundamentalist groups.
Haven't I seen Synthetic Insights in the news lately?
They're one of only 4 corporations licensed by the Citadel Council to develop artificial intelligence. They attract many protests. No agitators have ever breached our security. That's why they invest heavily here.
Your guards work for ERCS, don't they?
The executive board gets a discount on facility security. Elanis also develops lethal and non-lethal weapons.
How large are the facilities here?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing a staff of hundreds.
You said I should talk to Lorik Keen?
Mr. Anelias isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan. Keen spends his days at the hotel since his office was closed.
I've taken up enough of your time.
Not at all, Specter. This is my job, after all.
I smell a little bit of corporate backstabbing going on here. Okay, so it looks like this Lorik Keen has become one of our priority missions as well. So, at the hotel bar, take the elevator on the upper end of the plaza, opposite the entrance. Okay. Well, we'll need to check this out, see if we can make an arrangement with Lorik Keen, try and get his pass to get to Peak 15. So it said opposite the entrance to the port, which means it would be here on the upper levels. There's a merchant here.
This one offers greetings. You are the Specter that visits Port Hanshan.
News travels fast here.
Indeed, esteemed Specter. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
I won't carry anything if I don't know what it is.
This one must be discreet. Rest assured, the contents pose no threat to anyone within this port.
I want to know where this package is going.
This one's customer prefers to remain anonymous.
I'd be stupid to do this without knowing I'm not equipping my own enemies.
Your words are not unreasonable. The customer is the Krogan called Inamorda. That one is a bounty hunter of some repute, and quick to anger. You understand this one's urgency. That other grows restless from the delay.
Maybe later. Right now, I need supplies.
Of course. This one apologizes for inconveniencing you.
Let's see. Ooh, Metagel upgrade. Take that. And a license. Thank you. Wonder if they have any Quarian armors. We'll have to check the other stuff he's selling.
Has the other reconsidered this one's plea for aid?
You know what?
All right, I'll help.
This one humbly thanks the Specter. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator Analias. That one would levy fees. Is there anything else this one might help you with?
Let's just check out his other stuff.
Could I buy something now?
Is there anything in particular the Specter is looking for?
Non-human armors. Here we go. Ah yes, Quarian armor. Survivor 5. 19,000. I mean, I guess. Okay. Let's just quickly put that on for Tali. Ah, not bad, not bad. Doesn't look too bad. I thought it was going to be like a bright orange. Maybe give her a little bit more armor. That should improve her survivability a little bit more. Okay, well, I think this is a pretty good place to take a bit of a break, guys. So, hope you're enjoying things so far. Leave a like, dislike, or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you in the next one.